Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. Ka amahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamuro ki kamuro mino mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamuri zanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no imuka no tachi hana no odo Agi harani misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru harai dono kami tachi moro moro no magakoto tsumike gare o harai tamai kiyome tamai toma osu koto no yoshi o Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorosu no kami tachi tomo ni amen no uchi koma no mimi furi tatete kikoshi mese to kashikomi mo maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kam nagara dhammachi vaemase Kam nagara dhammachi vaemase Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light. Serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
May God and wisdom bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading of Meishu-sama's teaching. World peace. When the hearts of all people are in harmony with the heart of God, it will mark the beginning of a truly peaceful world. Our colors and features differ. However, in the eyes of God, we are one, all children of His great kingdom. When everyone prays together for peace and joy, all the world's misfortunes and disasters will disappear. Imagine, if you will, a great painter about to create another masterpiece. This is the greatest painter of all, and the creation is to be titled Earth. The picture he's going to paint will show the perfection with which he creates all of his works. He will express his beauty using the infinite variety of colors he himself has mixed. The most important lines are those he draws in the beginning, the outlines of continents and oceans, and then the boundaries between countries, so each can have its own individual color. The great painting is skillfully drawn and colored in delightfully differing pigments, each unlike any other, yet all blending into that completely harmonious perfection for which he is known. This is the great art of God, and it symbolizes his creation of the world. The variety of colors represents the individual purposes for which God created each country. Each one has a specific mission to accomplish, just as does each person. Ignorance of this truth has caused the terrible confusion and conflict with which the world still suffers. One country, considering its own color best, tries to repaint the rest of the world in that one color, something that can never be done successfully since it is not according to God's design. Someday, when every country learns that is the only way of life, this will become one world under one God, with all parts working together in their individual ways for the common good. When it becomes a reality, paradise on earth will have been completed, and the great painter's masterpiece will be perfect as he created it to be.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. Thank you also for directing your prayers along with us for world peace. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Andressa Santos Arruda. She's from the Rocha Miranda Center in Rio de Janeiro. Andressa is 23 years old and was introduced to our church through her aunt, who had given her Johrei since her childhood. Despite feeling very good with Johrei, she was not interested in knowing more about our movement. In 2018, she accepted an invitation to go on a pilgrimage to the sacred grounds of Guarapiranga, and Andressa simply became enchanted by the beauty of the grounds. At the end of 2019, she experienced a serious disagreement with her father, which affected her deeply. She already had a strong resentment for him due to his absence in her life. In August of 2020, they strongly argued with each other, and Andressa told him about her resentment. After their discussion, they didn't talk to each other for a long time. At the beginning of 2021, she experienced another conflict, this time with her stepfather. And as she lives with both him and her mother, the situation compromised their family life. The atmosphere in their home made her sad and weak. Andressa talked to her aunt, who advised her to visit the Johrei Center, stressing the importance of the Johrei practice. She followed her aunt's recommendation, and after the very first Johrei then, she experienced enormous peace. She then thought about her paternal grandfather, who was a Johrei member and dedicated his life to our faith until he returned to the spiritual world. Andressa reported her problems to her minister and was instructed to receive 3 Johrei a day for a week and offer daily donations, seeking to exercise gratitude for everything that was happening to her. She returned home feeling very well, and when she just stepped in, she became surprised to receive a message from her father. In the message, he said he missed her a lot and apologized for everything that had happened between them. Andressa felt very happy, as her father had already tried to reach her before, but not but for not forgiving him, she ignored his approach. Then it dawned upon her the immediate transformation Johrei was making in her life. They set a date and were able to forgive each other. The relationship with her also changed, and the home now is in perfect harmony. She feels happy and grateful because thanks to Johrei, she began to experience a great family life. She took the membership course and was allowed to receive the sacred focal point or Hikari in March of 2021 with the aim of being an effective instrument to God through the practice of our faith. Andressa is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama, as well as to her ancestors, for the transformation in her life, and especially her aunt, who led Andressa onto this path of faith. She now pledges to channel Johrei to as many people as possible so that they can have their lives changed. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to this beautiful faith experience. I wish you a very pleasant weekend.
This brings to our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. A very blessed day.